We begin with the budget, where National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Prof Njuguna Ndung'u is expected to deliver the 3.6 trillion shillings 2023-2024 budget statement in Parliament this afternoon amid mixed reactions by Kenyans over the proposals. This will be the first budget for the Kenya Kwanza administration that has prioritized 5 pillars under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda.
Ayes 176. The nays 81.
The debate on the proposals in the budget estimates for the financial year 2023-2024 transitioned into the night as members of Parliament on Wednesday sought to vote on the proposals.
As a committee, we listen to the members of the public, and I want to encourage the House. It will be a serious issue, Mr. Speaker, to pretend that we want the status quo to remain, yet at the same time we want changes.
We have had a mention that Kenya is not highly taxed because I think, I don't know, Tunisia, Morocco, they are taxed more, their tax to GDP is higher. How do you compare Kenya with some of those countries? The average salary in Tunisia is 176,000 a month. Average salary in South Africa is 187,000 a month. Average salary in Morocco is 263,000 shillings a month. The average salary of a Kenyan is 22,000 shillings. How do you compare light and day?
And I invite you to look at clause 8D. The national government is only to do the housing policy. So when you are bringing the question of housing and you're introducing the tax, you're actually amending the constitution through the back door. And it also means then that this bill should go to the Senate, because the Senate must have a role in anything that affects the counties.
When members of parliament rise on their seats, telling people that housing matter is not necessary, it is not a necessity, when we all know that it is important to have food, yes. It is important to have clothing, yes. But it's also important to have shelter. And that is what this government is talking about.
According to the National Assembly standing orders, the budget is set to be delivered not later than 3 p.m. on Thursday. This being the first budget under the Kenya Kwanza administration, Treasury CS Njuguna Ndung'u will be delivering the ambitious 3.6 trillion shillings budget to run President William Ruto's first-term administration while maintaining a tough balancing act between debt servicing and supporting economic recovery.
I would have expected, having heard the regime lament that they found empty coffers, I would have expected, and any first-year economics student will tell you, that the logical step the regime was rationalize the budget and cut off those areas that are not necessary.
The housing levy, Mr. Speaker, is the elephant in the room. Mr. Speaker, it is stupid. In fact, I don't know what I can describe, to beat a man for doing what you yourself proposed. The other side proposed this housing levy, Mr. Speaker. Now it's being implemented, and so the issue with the other side is not that they don't like housing. The issue they have is that someone else is implementing it.
The way the bill is being proposed by the Finance Committee is making things worse for the Kenyans, and this makes it a very strong candidate for rejection. So on those basis, Honorable Speaker, this bill should be rejected so that we help Kenyans improve their lives.
In the 2023-2024 budget, 1.5 trillion shillings will be set aside for recurrent expenditure. 718 billion shillings allocated to matters development. 986 billion shillings will go into debt payments. Under what has been termed as an ambitious budget, 385 billion shillings has been allocated to counties. The education sector gets the lion's share of the budget with an allocation of 604 billion shillings.